All right, let's do this, man. I only slept like 4 hours last night.
Yeah, I got
All right.
order someone.
So here we are. It's a special Campfire Chronicles board crossover. John and Ashley may be here, but this week it's Jimmy, Shalita, and Crone. And the reason why this is special is because the second official episode of the board is actually about to be filmed, or rather recorded, at Silicon Valley Comic-Con. Took a lot of convincing to get Shalita to come and get up on that stage, but he's going to do it, and we're going to do it. And we thank you guys for the
Phrasing, bro.
and we thank you right off the get-go for the support of the entire Horrific Network, entire Horrific Network team, because without you guys listening, we wouldn't have gotten picked. And what we got picked for is one of 7 podcasts to be featured at Silicon Valley Comic-Con over the course of the weekend. So we will reserve our thoughts on some pretty juicy topics for the board episode for that. But right now we're talking 8-legged freaks and Marvel zombies as possible scare zones. Maybe a haunted house, but more likely scare zones in our virtual scare park. So 8-legged freaks is David Arquette before his, I don't know if it was his second or third fall from grace, similarly post Courtney Cox, and he decided to make a film, or he still decided that Dewey wasn't his only breakout star role, and he decided he was going to be in this. And essentially what this is on a mining town, a 18-wheeler driver decides that it's cool to just leave some of his sludge that falls out the back of his truck in a pond of still water, and the pond happens to be right next to a spider farm, which Crone just straight up said he would burn to the ground if he ever came across it in real
This
life.
has never happened in my town because I would burn that place to the ground.
Like a spider farm, which is interesting because I feel like the weirdest thing that we have here is a reptile house.
You have a reptile house?
Yeah,
Where?
over by on Coffee by the Walmart.
What?
Yeah, man.
I'm moving.
It's like an exotic pet store, reptile house. I mean, you can't buy like an alligator or anything like too crazy there, but it's a reptile house.
You get snakes and dragons and stuff?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
No spiders, though.
No spiders. Which this dude has got hella spiders. And then this guy's only in this film for like 15 minutes, but he comes off very pervy and very creepy very fast.
Yeah, he's...
Because young Harry Potter's riding his bike out there. Joshua is his, which is another like creepy ass name. Like he's an older guy, and it's not like, oh hey Josh, it's Joshua.
Joshua. And he hides when young Harry Potter comes
Walks in, yeah.
And the way he greets him is he grabs him by the face from behind, right?
Yeah.
With his dirty ass
Yeah.
fingernails.
Yeah.
So
The
it-
spider hands.
Yeah, and the little boy's mom's the sheriff, and she didn't want him going out there. So that's probably a pretty good sign that he
Josh
could
was,
be on like the register.
yeah, Josh was not on the up and up. But Harry Potter kid leaves, and so as they're talking, and he's like showing the kid all these different kinds of spiders that come into play later, and he leaves like a tarantula cage open, and a tarantula gets out, and then it's the classic like Looney Tunes. Where's the thing at? Oh, it's on your back.
Oh no.
And so as the tarantula like climbs up to his shoulder, like I'm right here, he freaks out. But then all of a sudden, like we go from like 9 spider cages to that place is just swarming with spiders
Everywhere.
and they eat Joshua, or at least web him up a little bit. And fast forward to Joshua's not thought about or anything. Scarlett Johansson's riding on the back of a dirt bike because, Shalita, before you got here, Crone and I came to the conclusion that if you were kind of like a rebel without a cause or an angsty teen back in
Oh, for
the
sure.
late 90s, early 2000s.
You were on a dirt bike for
Yeah,
sure.
they have
Yeah.
one of those puka shell necklaces.
Oh yeah,
Spiky hair.
blonde tipped
And
Mhm.
a dirt bike.
for sure.
And this kid has all of those. Like,
It's like the '90s equivalent of like the '80s guy who's coming down the ski slopes like with his shirt collar popped and his,
Exactly.
yeah,
Getting in Dad's Porsche.
yeah, for sure.
and so the mom who
Pushes the kid in a trash can. Like,
Nerd.
the mom gets Scarlett Johansson off of the thing, and now we're calling the little brother Harry Potter. And I don't want you guys to think that we're just calling this actress who plays the sister Scarlett Johansson. This is actually Scarlett Johansson in this film.
Yeah.
Scar-
young Scarjo.
Yeah.
young.
Scarlett Johansson was in Eight-Legged Freaks. Pause a minute and appreciate that fact.
Pretty sure that's what led to her being casted as Black Widow.
Yeah.
God, that's a bad joke.
Yeah, that. I mean, if you connected the dots, or if you untangled the web, so to
Dun,
speak,
dun, dun.
they're probably vastly related to one another. But
Pun again.
so this mining town is being like this. The mayor, the greedy mayor, like this movie is just filled with stereotypes and tropes. The greedy mayor's trying to like sell off the land of this town so he can like invest in expanding this mall or just fucking incorporating the town. And there's some people who don't want to sell, and in the town meeting we meet our hero, aka David Arquette. And he's like, I'm not selling the mine because there's still gold down there, and I know there's gold down there. And the mayor replies with, you're just salty because you didn't stay for your dad to pass away. You left before he died. Which is like, holy fuck, they're deep cuts right off the get. And so, I mean, I feel like they probably did that.
He didn't even say, like, hi, welcome back. You've been gone for 8 years. He just went right for the nut punch. Just
You left before your dad died, you piece of shit. So, I feel like they were like under a huge time constraint, and they were just like, the guy was probably like, hey, I got like 10 pages of script that kind of like give our cat like a solid backstory. And they were like, I like that, but no, we're going to sum it all up in 2 lines. I'm not going to sell the mine, and you left before your dad died. And that's all we needed to know about our cat. He's
Fighting
got,
some demons.
yeah, and he's also fighting that boner for ScarJo's mom throughout this entire film.
pretty
It
hot.
was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Who, sad to say,
Definitely in the running for like Queen of the '90s sci-fi.
Oh, yeah.
So she was on Sliders.
She was on
Harry
Sliders and
Warher?
Carrie Warher.
There you
Yeah.
Did she bang O'Connell on Sliders?
Oh shit, that's a great question. I think there was like some palpable sexual tension, and I don't remember if it was like,
And that's all pre-Tomcats, right?
oh, Tomcats was dope. Shannon Elizabeth, that was a good one.
But O'Connell had a thing for the short-haired chick.
Yeah, they replaced her with Carrie.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So she was in the short-haired chick's role,
Yeah. It was
Oh.
a different character. Like the short hair, they wrote the short-haired one off.
but still prominent. So she was a prominent.
Yeah, she was
role.
one of the main 4.
Huh?
And then there was like 5, and then like they combined
Is
the
there
2 brothers. And
is there
it was
anywhere to
one.
watch that? Is it like
It's on it streaming.
yeah?
I think
I
maybe
don't
Hulu.
Maybe
I'll
yeah.
have to check it out.
So now they got
Seen that
Sala
since
from
it came
Indiana
out.
Jones, bearded guy,
Gimli, yeah.
and then
The professor.
the black guy,
Yeah, Rembrandt.
and then Jerry O'Connell.
Jerry O'Connell. Quinn.
Damn, dude,
I
you're,
love that show,
you're
bro.
just deep in
I
Sliders.
love that show.
We hit a vein in Shalita, like the
That's one of my
vein
secret-
gold
What's
inside
one of
the
my
mine
secret loves,
of
bro.
Eight-Legged
Quantum
Freaks.
Leap, Sliders, like secret
Quantum
loves,
Leap
you know?
is dope.
What is your favorite alternate reality in Sliders?
That's cool, man. I don't remember them all to say like that. And I do remember there was one where like people were dying and it was just because there was no penicillin. Penicillin hadn't been invented, and the professor was like, "I know how to make that," so he made it and like essentially saved the whole planet because he made penicillin.
That's some interesting writing.
So it's the multiverse.
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting writing back in the day.
I just remember the one where he goes back
Here,
to the
eat some
house.
moldy bread, you dumb bastard.
Yeah. That's what he got. He's like, "Go to that trash can. Get a banana." Like he's like, "What? It's all moldy." He's like, "I know. I need it." Like
I need that mold. The mold will save you.
that's when I realized that they really don't have any idea what the cure for anything ever is. They're just like, "Hey man, so we ate some pine cones and we're gonna see what that fixes." Like what the fuck?
But anyway, now we got off our sliders rant. We should just do a podcast on sliders.
That's about all the sliders information I got to share.
Yeah, I don't
That's tough up.
So the spiders are growing rapidly and fastly. The first real spider instance we get is when the spider gets into the drywall and kills the cat.
Yeah, which is
Comical.
it's comical because the drywall's like putty.
Yeah.
Because it's like they keep like pressing the cat's face through it. The cat keeps making different faces like it's being tortured.
And then you see the spider sometimes, like the cat. Also, the cat, when it's imprinted into the drywall, is very big.
Yeah, the cat's big.
Like, its face is like 5 times the size of that of a normal cat. Which the spiders are 5 times, 10 times the size of a normal spider, so I guess it works. But that happens. The deputy calls the sheriff the next day, says the cat has been eaten by something, and his wife left him, so now he doesn't really have anything to lose. So there you go. And it just escalates from there. Like, the spiders start attacking the town, and you just get trope after trope of townsfolk. Like, what'd you call Haggai? Joe America?
Joe America, baby. Just a truck driver.
He's got this trucker hat on backwards, stubble beard, hasn't
I love
shaved, and
cigarettes and Miller Lite.
you have like a barber, like an old man barber. You get the
Colonel Sanders looking dude walking around with a pitchfork.
and the spiders are just tearing shit up. There's a very rapey spider that just squirts its web all over Scarlett Johansson when she's wearing a towel.
That's a good description. Climbs in the window, sneaks into the window.
And
It's watching her when she gets out of the shower, sneaks into the bedroom, pins her against the wall, and then just sprays her with webbing.
it wouldn't be as rapey if he wasn't like pelvic thrusting his ass as he's spraying the web. Like, yeah, you like that. This is like the first spider that when the personality starts taking over on the spiders. And then Arquette, who I can only imagine post-divorce with Courtney Cox, when they were like, we're going to need you to stand next to Scarlett with the towel on, he was probably like, yeah, all right.
He probably wrote that into it. He's like, no, I need to be right next to her.
I need to be wrapped up in the web alongside of Scarlett Johansson. There's no doubt. Yeah, he was probably like, I have no problem. This, like, that, and when he was in Ready to Rumble, he was probably all over Rose McGowan, too. But the sheriff, the mom, who's the sheriff, shoots that spider, and they're like, oh shit, there actually is big spiders in this town. They run around through the streets a little bit, and then they get to Black Guy from Cool Runnings' trailer, who all the phone lines in the entire town have been destroyed by these spiders running around. But he can get a radio signal out, so she needs his radio channel, and Cool Runnings is kind of like...
Did we establish he was from Cool Runnings?
For sure he was.
We don't have... Yeah, you got to officially confirm, but Shalita's pretty positive on that one.
I think he is too, but he's been in a lot of things.
Do you think he's the goofy one from Cool Runnings?
I do.
The Jamaican, we are the
No.
bobsled team.
Well, his name is Doug E. Doug, which is
that a-
dope. He was definitely in Cool Runnings, and he played Sanka Kofi.
Yep, that's the guy.
God.
So they go to his trailer, and his trailer gets attacked by a giant tarantula, very Jurassic World y.
Of course.
He flips the trailer over a couple times, but the tarantula rolls over the trailer and kind of like shakes his head a little bit, and then moves along with the rest of the spiders who are kind of swarming. So they all converge at Prosperity Mall, which looks very similar to Starcourt Mall from Stranger Things Season 3. Maybe the Duffy brothers are taking a page out of Eight-Legged Freaks' book here. Giant monster attacks a mall. Giant monster attacking mall.
Which it's a giant spider-looking monster in Stranger Things.
Yeah, the Mind Flayer is definitely a
Spider-esque.
spider-esque. Yeah, for sure. So they converge on the mall. They lock the mall down for a while. Everybody gears up. Joe America grabs a crossbow, which never gets used, sadly.
No, it does. He throws it to Carrie
Oh, that's right. The
She
mom
shoots
finally. The mom shoots it. The sheriff shoots.
with the worst aim shot ever, but of course hit dead center.
Well, that's because the spider kind of like spread eagles it. It's like, ugh. And there's a battle. David Arquette makes his way up to the roof with Senka, and they're trying to get a phone call out with the radio tower or the on the roof of the mall. The roof is overran with giant spiders. Arquette zip lines down one of the radio tower cables, and the spider also zip lines down the radio tower cable. And then we got spiders being hit by cars. We got all kinds of different spider gags. One getting like smashed into the window. Then we got they finally go down into the mine because they're trying to leave, and we find the big spider, the queen, Consuela there, who's been sucking the guts out of people. But Arquette gets his aunt out, and they get the mayor out, and they end up blowing the mall up. But not before Arquette finds where the gold's at so they can go back and dig through the rubble, and the whole town becomes rich, seemingly. Which was your favorite spider?
I think it's the ziplining spider. I'm
The
gonna-
ziplining
I'm gonna steal
spider?
your thing just because.
For sure, it was that little one that was running around laughing.
Oh, I was gonna say the other one I thought that was pretty good was because I hate spiders. Was the one that bit the deer and then got mad and spit it out.
Oh, he spit it out, yeah.
Like, oh.
You know, it was the
You
it was
tricked
the
me.
head, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Bit the deer trophy
Yeah.
on the wall of the diner.
Yeah.
And so maybe that one, but the ziplining spider was just goofy because after it wasn't able to follow David Arquette into the air shaft for the ventilation, it just sort of gave up. I was like, okay.
I like the big furry, the tarantulas, because it's almost like I would imagine riding him would be like riding an elephant, because he's just kind of lumbering around, surveying everything. Oh,
Yeah,
you
he
guys,
was knocking all the doors down.
yeah, you guys need me to bust this door open? Okay.
He was the Hodor.
Yeah.
He was the Hodor of Eight-Legged Freaks.
He's probably the one who started the whole thing too. He's the one that
Probably
was on Joshua's shoulder.
Yeah.
But you get
Joshua deserved it for feeding him crickets from the polluted lake.
yeah,
He started all this. Creepy pedo dude.
it's true. Crone, what do you give this movie?
Well, I've got two scores. I've got a 58, just overall.
Uh-huh.
And then I give the sheriff mom like a 90.
Oh,
I just think she's awesome.
So does she bring it up to like a 70?
Maybe like a 65. I don't know why she hasn't been in more things.
That's a trippy thing.
And you talk about like great role models and empowered, strong women. She's the sheriff of a rural town somewhere in New Mexico, right?
Yeah.
And it's a mining town, which is a bunch of blue-collar folks. And when the shit hits the fan, she's the one taking care of it. David Arquette is not really the hero of this movie. She is.
Yeah, for sure.
So hats off to her. Carrie Warher? She did a great job. And it's got Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
She's always good.
Shalita, what is your, from what you saw, what would you,
27.
not even the
What
funny
about
spiders?
28.
Sheriff?
Oh, the hot sheriff. Yeah, Carrie. Okay, yeah, 32.
Knowing what Scarlett Johansson would become currently.
I mean,
We're at 35.
yeah, I guess 32. That would go up to 33.
What if season 4 of Stranger Things, out of the mall comes David Arquette?
Oh shit! Shared universe. I'm with it.
Would you want the Demigorgons to all resemble giant spiders in season 4?
No.
It's a solid choice on that. So, moving into our virtual scare park, we have 3 houses and I believe 3 scare zones left to try to assign. And we have kind of collectively, as we watch this, said this thing, if it was anything, would make a cool scare zone. So for like a block and a half, you walk through, you see people getting chased by giant spiders. Would you want to see that happen?
That's a scare zone?
Yeah.
No, because I fucking hate spiders. Sorry.
So it'd be scary.
It would be scary. I
I
would
would
really
get
hate that.
scared of a thing.
I'd be punching spiders.
I'm sick of these motherfucking spiders in this motherfucking plane.
John not being here, he did vote yes. This was like his favorite movie that
Favorite
we've
movie
done.
What?
Huh?
Favorite movie what? Just period?
I don't think period, but favorite movie we've done over the course of this show this year.
Alright, that's fair.
I'm gonna say yeah, because if you get some big ass like puppeted spiders where you get like people inside the spider, but you obviously don't know they're spiders chasing people around you. Now, here are the things that I wouldn't want to have happen versus the things that I would want to have happen. One, I wouldn't want one of the spiders to touch me at all because that would creep me out. I'd feel like there's spiders all over me. And 2, I wouldn't want this to be a haunted house. It would be a scare zone. Here are the things that make it dope. 1, you got a ziplining spider over the top of you from one building to another. But
Does it drop webs on you as it's coming?
I mean,
Maybe that's the wrong phrase.
I would imagine.
That's the wrong turn of phrase.
I imagine
as
that
it's
like
going over the head, is it like dropping like webbing?
as it's just like shitting all over you, like
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Make a cotton candy, give you something to eat.
I would say maybe if you put in a quarter somewhere, you can make that spider shit on people.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Like
Spend-
old school funhouse
Spend
style.
$50 dropping spider webs on my wife.
The other thing, I'm telling you, if you could line up somewhere and ride that tarantula down the main drag of that scare zone and just be yelling at people like, yeah, we're fucking shit up now.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go back to kind of your idea. Not necessarily a scare zone, maybe a little bit of a scare zone, but instead, you get to ride Tarantula.
Yeah, like he's part of it.
Yeah, you get to ride the Tarantula. You get on, you get up, ride the Tarantula around.
Like he kind of like does his one of his legs like an elephant will do their legs, so you can hop up on board.
Yep.
The other thing that we need to see, we need to resurrect, find out what Carrie is doing, because it's not much, judging by her IMDb page, and we need to have her play her role as the sheriff.
Yeah.
Like she cannot address us as like the person that she actually is. She has to remain in character the whole time, and as these spiders are roaming around, she's got to be like shooting them and saying, "Come on, over here." And then you can get just like Joe Blow people to be like Angry Barber with a pitchfork or Joe America with a crossbow.
Well, there you go.
And the spiders can be taking them out, but then the sheriff is like shooting spiders and shit. You can hire some kid to be a Harry Potter boy and some young teen to be young Johansson.
As a scare zone, I kind of see it almost like a maze.
It'd be like an open air maze, but it would be like just a clusterfuck of a thing, like the town, the main drag of the town, like maybe the street in front of the mall, where they're all just running and scrambling. It's just chaotic.
Could you go inside some of the businesses and like have the characters like, "You come in here and hide," and then the spiders get you in there, and then you got to go out and run?
Yeah, like maybe
sort of like a reenactment of Main Street.
Yeah, like maybe you like they're pulling you into different stores. And there's like souvenirs or coffee or some bullshit in there you can
you know
grab.
what the cool thing about reenacting the Main Street is at 12 o'clock you do it with spiders, and then at 2 o'clock you do it with vampires, and you got what was that vampire movie? 28 Days of Darkness, 28 Days?
Oh, 28 Days Later?
28 Days Later. No, the one with Josh Hartnett.
28 Days. Or, fuck, what is that movie called? I know exactly. 30 Days of...
30 Days of
30
Night.
Days of
Yeah.
Night.
Yeah.
We actually said that would be a scare zone on last year.
I mean, it's the
When we
same
did this
street,
show.
right?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Same street, same gags. You
Add
just change
snow.
spiders for
Snow and vampires.
For vampires, and
Can we get Carrie a role in both of those?
why not?
Okay.
Of course.
Maybe she moved.
Does she have to stay in character on break? That's the question.
No. She can do
Oh,
whatever she
you're like
wants.
saying like if you got like a backstage pass,
Yeah.
you can just go talk to her?
No. Just she's on
Bro,
break.
talk
Like
about a chick
mandated
who
state
should've been-
break.
You should have
Oh.
been cast as Catwoman at some point for something. That chick.
Batgirl.
Oh shit.
She's Batgirl all day long.
Yeah.
And we need to do a special board edition of just comic book movies in general, because I have a feeling Catwoman with Halle Berry would be at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, that's. And I love Halle Berry, but that was not a good movie.
As bad as some of the DC movies have been, none of them has been as bad as Catwoman.
No, I disagree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I remind you that the reason Halle Berry gets her powers in Catwoman is a cat French kisses her.
Oh shit. I didn't know that.
That's
Yeah.
better than Batman not killing the existential threat to all humanity because he said Martha. Why did you say that?
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And can I just remind you, Jesse Eisner taking the
No.
boys. I would not want to find you. But the worst of all, aside, even worse than Grandma's jar of pee,
Oh,
is the Jolly Rancher
oh
in
man.
the dude's mouth.
Come with me. Talk to me in my office. Where I put this Jolly Rancher in your mouth. Asking you to touch a dead body.
I would not want to fight this guy. Boys. Yeah.
We need to do
So
a
the
watch
question is,
of
I would watch
like a Sunday
Halle
afternoon.
Berry all day long in a tight latex suit before I would ever rewatch that hot steaming pile of garbage. Batman versus Superman.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
Really?
I don't know.
but Batman versus Superman does have Gal
Superman
Gadot.
has that, oh shit, Gal, and that warehouse scene. I could watch that warehouse scene on repeat.
Yeah, but you can YouTube that. You're gonna watch
Yeah,
it.
but
You're
I
gonna
don't-
watch 2 hours of movie just for that 6 minutes of Batman.
Yeah, but you're gonna sit through all of Catwoman just to see her in a cat suit.
Yeah.
I'd rather just hey, let's watch Swordfish. Best of both worlds.
Oh, okay.
Now that we're talking DC, let's talk. We watched a Marvel Zombie little compilation, but would you rather have, since Shalita brought up that deceased is a thing, would you rather have a street experience based on the Marvel Zombie franchise or the Deceased franchise? Which superhero zombies would you rather be navigating around, see in the flesh, maybe take a selfie with one of them? Which brand would you rather see?
It's rough. I don't know, man. I think it's a pretty legitimate hit, regardless, right? It'd be super dope to see a Batman zombie. It'd be super dope to see a Wolverine zombie.
Mm-hmm.
But that one, I'd rather figure out the logistics of, as opposed to actually see could he be a zombie? Would his body just constantly be fighting the zombieism? I don't know. Would he not be a zombie? Would he have the cure for the zombies in his blood?
Yeah,
They've done that a
he
few
would
times.
essentially.
Well, what about Superman?
If that's the case, why doesn't
Could a
Wolverine just
zombie-
go to a hospital and be like, "Hey, give me some AIDS. Here's the cure. Hey, give me some cancer. Here's the cure. Hey, give me some whatever. Here's the cure."
Because
that-
he's kind of a dick.
Because they're all selfish. It goes back to Superman being horribly selfish with the Codex. This recent, the Man of Steel.
Right.
The Codex inside him being horribly selfish. No, I'm not going to give it up. All of these people from Krypton have to die so that I can live here and be a god.
Unreal.
Can a zombie bite Superman? Does a zombie bite Superman in Deceased?
Shit.
Does he
If
bite
he's
Superman?
got kryptonite.
Oh shit. He sees kryptonite.
Got a little
You know who's got
kryptonite
kryptonite?
necklace.
Kryptonite, due to Kryptonite
people
2 feeling.
Yeah.
What
That
if
would work too.
what if T feeling or 2 feelings are made out of Kryptonite?
What
What
if
if,
just get some fake fangs? Kryptonite fangs?
dude? What if Lex Luthor puts the fangs in the zombie? Go eat. So which one, man?
I think I would go DC just so I could see a Joker zombie.
Oh fuck! God, see,
That's not a bad call. But
Kill him.
Chrome's gonna go Marvel.
I don't know.
It's on the tip of his tongue. He wants to say it.
It's a hard call because I would very much like to see Hulk zombie.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Zombie Hulk.
Okay.
What
Just
would that
chunks missing out of him, but he's still just beating the
Going.
shit out of
Yeah.
people.
And you cannot hide from this guy because he's breaking your shelter open.
be? Yeah,
Mhm.
you're done.
Yeah. Okay.
And the hungrier he gets for brains,
Stronger
the
he becomes.
stronger he gets.
Shit, he's unstoppable.
Here's a would you rather one for you. Would you rather see Iron Man in some ultimate fantasy, like we can do whatever we want to this theme park experience, Iron Man floating around us, zapping zombies, or Superman floating around us, zapping zombies?
I think Superman because it would look more like Homelander killing those terrorists with his laser, just cutting them in half. I think that would look dope.
I'm gonna say Iron Man simply because of the fact that you're not worried about Superman getting hurt or running out of power. There's that element of vulnerability, at least a little bit with Iron Man. His boosters could fail, his armor could fail. He's still at the end of the day in the armor just a man.
Yeah, that's fair.
Would you rather see Jason Momoa as a zombie, or
How's that different from the way he delivers his lines now?
My man.
redheads?
Ah,
Um,
gonna peed on it. right? I mean,
So Aquaman or what?
he just kind of grunts his lines anyway. So
Ugh.
how's it different?
I was gonna say Aquaman or a Paul Rudd figure.
A Paul Rudd
Oh,
figure?
an
Yeah,
Ant-Man.
the Ant-Man.
So, well, he could shrink down and not be biteable. Imagine the snack that bastard would be at 50 feet.
Oh man.
Dude, what if you could fabricate like a giant, like 50-foot Ant-Man puppet animatronic and zombies just hanging off of him, crawling on him, hanging off of him.
He'd be a
Does
snack.
Aquaman turn all the fish into zombies?
You got zombie sharks.
Oh shit!
That's how Sharknado starts.
Oh, now we're
Well, now there's Zombie Tidal Wave that's coming out on
unreal.
Is that
Sci-Fi.
guy-
Same guy,
Ian
Sharknado
Ziering?
guy. Yep.
Ian Ziering's in it?
Yep.
Nice. He just
Um,
brought back 90210, by the way.
So damn, it's a hard choice. It sounds like Shalita. Shalita is very DC zombie.
He's got a Green Lantern shirt.
Crone is very Marvel zombie. I pitched Star Wars Zombies for like 2 years and it always gets shut down every year. Because there is a dope book I'll let you borrow. That's a zombie Star Wars novel. It's pretty cool.
Well, BB-8 zombie.
No, it's like dark. This Sith Lord feels like this Sith Lord uses this flower that he thinks is going to cure everything, essentially the everlasting life thing that the Sith always try to go for, and it ends up starting a zombie outbreak. He infuses it with himself, like injects himself with this ground up flower, and
How
he
dumb
becomes
do you feel when you do that? You're like, I'm going to live forever as a zombie.
like for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes. I will give it to Marvel Zombies, not because I like Marvel a whole lot more than DC, but if you could give me 50-foot Ant-Man with zombies crawling on him and Iron Man flying around and Scarlett Johansson peeking around the corner from the eight-legged freak scare zone and becoming Black Widow to fight the zombies.
Okay.
And maybe even like if we stack these two scare zones, like maybe Spider-Man is like slinging and then he lands on a giant spider at some point in Aquaman-esque fashion.
All right.
And he just rides it for like 2 seconds and then he goes back to his area. It'd just be cool to see like once or twice.
It's a spider, man.
Dude,
Opening line.
yeah. We need that guy in there just for that.
Just for
For
that
sure.
So there you go. Both scare zones, Marvel Zombies, Eight-Legged Freaks. We're back next week with Puppet Master for Danielle, if they show up. But this weekend, before we get to next Tuesday, this weekend, again, the three of us on stage, Sunday, Podcast Palooza with your guys. We will be there. We'll be there all weekend fucking around. If you're going to Silicon Valley Comic Con, hit us up. Let us know you're going to be there. Stone Cold Steve Austin panel will be fun. We may videotape Crone just like walking by Jason Momoa's table and being like,
Jason
come on.
Momoa's gonna be there.
Yeah.
only on
Damn.
Saturday, dog.
I don't want to get punched.
Damn, Aquaman.
Just like, please. What were you thinking?
I'm just gonna walk past him and be like, "My man."
He'll respond. Lou Ferrigno, the original Hulk, will be there.
That's dope.
That is super dope.
That's incredible.
Oh.
Punageddon.
Hunageddon.
But until then, we thank
Don't
you
forget
for listening.
Arnie.
Oh, yeah, I mean, of course. Schwarzenegger. Shalita, if Shalita sees Schwarzenegger, he may cry.
Probably.
And we thank you for listening. Stay tuned for all that action this weekend. And stay spooky, everybody.